Robert E. Howard Middle School, the only school within the counties of Orangeburg and Calhoun counties with the state-of-the-art Pisco Education STEM Lab. Let's give every one of our students a round.
I wanted to say to the young people this morning why STEM Lab is so important to our economy and our growth in the future. And I always tell young people, if you're looking for a career path that has a solid foundation and financial future, STEM is the way to go. And I'm going to tell you why. 52% of our jobs that's going to be created in the next 10 years will be STEM related. And why that's important, those jobs, STEM jobs will pay 35% more than regular jobs. STEM jobs are growing 35% faster than other jobs. So if you're looking for a career path that is secure, that has opportunities in the future, then STEM is the way to go. So I just want to thank Ted, I want to thank the school district for accepting this project, because I really think it will be beneficial. Sometimes when we go into the classroom, teachers and students may not understand the process. But I'm a student of what I call cathedral thinking. And that's, and for those of you who are not biblically challenged, like Vernon may be biblically challenged, you will understand and you know that those great cathedrals of the biblical and the Bible were not built by one generation. They were built by multi-generations. And so STEM gives us an opportunity to build a long-term knowledge base. And to make it quite clear what I'm trying to say to the young people, that the architect who designed those great cathedrals knew when he was designing that he would never live long enough to see his work finished. But he did it anyway. And so as you engage in this STEM lab process, the knowledge that you will gain and learn, none of us who live here today or in this facility today will live long enough to see all the benefit that will come from it. And that's what STEM will do. It will benefit not only you, but it will benefit multiple generations down the road. And that's what education is about. And I always believe that if you can make your children better off, they'll make their children better off. And that's what education is about. Creating value for the current generation, and that value will be passed on to the next generation. STEM Labs is the way to go. I'm proud to be a part of this project. I'm proud to be a part of trying to get the funding. And funding got a little shaky there for a while. And then we finally got it locked down. And then once we got it locked down, other senators say, I want a part of it. And so in the world of politics, you have to give and take. But in the final analysis, even though all the STEM labs will not be here in Orangeburg County, other students will benefit from it. And that's what education is about. Creating value, creating
That I appreciate about the Pittsfield STEM Labs and the way they're set up is that they naturally and fluidly incorporate those experiences that develop those soft skills when it's guided by a seasoned teacher. So it works. I've seen it my third year, into it. I've watched the students grow, and I have, kids who started out with me in sixth grade who worked their way through middle school, and I've watched them grow through that. And it's been really neat. But enough about that. Let's get back into the trees of things. So a Pittsfield class, the way it's set up is there are several modules you have around the room, workstations, and they're all different labs that go in at one time. So instead of your traditional science classroom where everybody's doing the same lab, you guys are doing 12 different ones, up to 12 at one time. Now each unit that you go through, each station is taught over 7 different lessons called sessions, and they last about an hour each. Each of the sessions is set up for 2 students to work together. But if just one student is there, that works, just fine. 2 is not necessary. Once all the students have finished their station's work, they rotate to another station, and you go and work with another partner. So I tell my students, if you don't like the partner you're working with, the good news is 7 or 9 days you get a new partner. If you love the partner you're with, good news, you got 7 or 9 days to work with them. It's great. And then you move on, and that's the same in the workplace. You don't always get to pick who you want to work with. You have to learn how to adapt and grow with them through that.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Zaria Hamilton. This morning you've had the opportunity to hear from government officials and the experts about the Pisco STEM Lab. I'll be sharing with you from the students' what my experience has been like in the STEM lab and how working in the lab will benefit me. I also want to share with you what the lab will mean for the students at Robert E. Howard Middle School. Since the lab has opened, we have been involved in sessions that emphasize the components of STEM: science, technology, engineering, and math. I am extremely excited about the opportunities that working in the lab have afforded me. I am gaining hands-on experience with STEM while learning how to think critically. In addition, I am able to collaborate with my fellow classmates by researching information and analyzing problems. As an independent learner, I am responsible for documenting my time spent in the lab, completion of my portfolio, and ensuring that my station is maintained in a clean and orderly fashion. The STEM lab is very beneficial to the students of Howard Middle School. Students are excited about learning new information each time we enter. The lab has provided us with exposure to information and resources that will help us acquire and strengthen our skills. As a result, we will be equipped and prepared to excel in the future. Before I go to take my seat, I would like to thank Pisco Education, whose goal is to help children learn, grow, and be successful. I would also like to thank Senator John Matthews and the Education Oversight Committee for advocating for the children in our district and schools to receive this opportunity. In addition, I would like to thank the leaders of our district, Superintendent Dr. Jesse Washington and Dr. Cynthia Cash Green, for selecting Howard Middle School as the Pisco STEM Lab site. Thank you, Mrs. Tammy Carter Jenkins, for affording me this opportunity as a student to speak on behalf of Robert E. Howard Middle School. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my parents, Mr. Paul Holliton and Mrs. Latoya Holliton, for always believing in me and supporting me. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, Harvey Elwood, 93.7 FM. We've got Dr. Tobin here. He's an invited guest of the program, and of course, you know, he's the president of Orangeburg Technical College. Give us a few words and tell us about the importance of this program, if you will.
Well, we're excited about STEM. If you think about the jobs in this state and in this country, the majority of these jobs will require some post-secondary education with a focus on STEM. And so these programs align very nicely with our programs at Tech and help us to prepare our students for good jobs and great careers in this community. So we're excited to be
The program today at the school has been incredible. It's to introduce the new STEM program that they have here at the middle school. It's 6th through 8th that students are able to work through, go through the lab. The lab has various activities that students will do. Unlike a traditional science classroom where everybody's doing the same lab activity, this is set up where there's 12 different lab activities going on at once. So students take a lot of ownership on what they're doing, have to be very independent. They work in pairs, so they have to learn, to work through whatever conflict resolution they may have, learn those soft skills of adaptability. They deal with technology on a daily basis, learn a lot of science skills, inquiry skills as they work through these activities. The teacher's basically kind of that guide on the side, more of a coach than anything else. So it's a great program, helps them out with their science courses as well as develop those skills we want to see in the future workforce.
Where is this working elsewhere? Tell us about its success elsewhere, if you will.
Sure. The school that I teach at is Irma Middle School in the middle of the state, and we've had our lab there for 3 years. And I've seen it grown from just an 8th grade course to adding on a layer for 7th grade and 6th grade. We've had students go through that program, and since our district is a magnetized district, students can make choices where they want to go. And so as we've implemented this new STEM program, we've had a lot more students move into the Dutch Fork High School that will do the STEM program over there.
And move it forward.
Absolutely.
We've got Senator John Matthews here, and of course, he is going to talk to us about the importance of this program, and he, of course, is one of the sponsors of it. If you will, Senator Matthews, tell us a few words, if you will.
Our STEM education is the education of the 21st century. It is not only education for the current time, but it's the education for the future. So if kids are looking for a bright future, STEM is the way to go.
Now, who is this young lady? Who are you, young lady?
Zaria Holliton.
Now, tell us about what you are doing and who is it? You know who this man is?
Yeah, Senator John Matthews.
Oh, Senator John Matthews. She knows who he is. Now, tell us about this program. You know about the program?
Yes. Well, we were basically talking about the STEM lab, and I gave a speech about how my experience in the STEM lab and how it benefited me as a student. I also was talking about how it benefit other Robert E. Howard Middle School students. And it's basically preparing us and helping us to excel in our future.
Very good. Well, listen, we wish you much continued success. We know you're going to do very well. You're a very well-spoken young lady.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Matthews, thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you, sweetheart. Again, this is Harvey Elwood. We're here at this very important conference with Pisco Education, Senator John Matthews, the students, and the entire community as a part of something leading us not just for now, but into the future, as so many people have been talking about.